Hey, welcome to Leaving CrazyTown with Finn and Sarah. We're on the road.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We're on the road, and we decided to tape because we were talking about doing some tools and putting out a tool each week for the group. So we were going to talk about, we had mentioned the tool called Sticking with the Facts, and we thought we'd give examples around that tool because it's really helpful when you're afraid or when your mind's going crazy and you're making up all kinds of stories about stuff.
Does anyone do that?
Yeah, which is a huge part of CrazyTown. You know, we're going to be talking in group probably 1 week around the mental part, which we could actually do 8 weeks on the mental part, but we're just going to talk about this specific tool, which is helpful when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling scared, when you're making up stories in your head. It's a really great tool to just say to yourself, what are the facts? So that's going to be our first tool for the group, as we mentioned it last week, and we were going to give some examples, and Finn has a really good example, so he's going to discuss that. So
I'll discuss it and Sarah can analyze the situation.
Yes.
So I've been talking to someone I don't know from a dating app for a couple of weeks, chatting, had 3 or 4 1-hour phone calls with, and I'm going to meet her today for a walk. And I can't even begin. There's not enough time for me to tell you people what's gone on in my head. But I'm going to stick with this one item that's happened, and I was talking to Sarah about it, is the entire 2 weeks. Well, actually, it's only been a week that I've known I'm actually going to meet her. We're taking it to the in-person level for a walk. There's no expectations, just getting to know you, getting to know me. And this whole week, all I've been obsessed with is fears around what she might not like about me, how I should act, how I should dress, what's the weather gonna be like, and it's not once without somebody like Sarah or my sponsor or me pausing enough to say, wait a minute, why am I focused on whether she likes me? I don't even know her. What if I don't like her? It hasn't even come onto my radar. I'm so riddled with fear that I'm already trying to beat down my ideas of how I need to act so this woman actually likes me. Well, bottom line is I've been in several relationships, and for instance, Sarah's favorite story. I went on a blind date with a woman. She moved in with me. 2 years later, started telling me that she thought Hitler had some really good ideas. And I didn't even like the first date with her. She never left. And it wasn't until she did something to one of my friends did I break up with her. I couldn't do it for me. Never once did I consider, do I want this person at my house?
all right, we're digressing a tiny bit,
Right,
which
go.
is good.
Go.
But I
We're good.
just want to say to the group, the reason why this is important for the codependency recovery piece is exactly what Finn was saying. So much about codependency is I'm worried about other people, or I'm worried about what other people are going to think of me. So because I'm with a certain person and I'm worried about how they're going to feel, I need to change my behavior. Whether it's a future date, whether it's a wife or husband, whether it's a child, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a parent, it doesn't matter. The whole point of the group and coming home to ourselves is, what do I want? What do I need? What do I feel? And to really start getting more in touch with what my thoughts and feelings are, rather than what Finn's talking about, which is more concern about what this woman's thoughts and feelings are, when we don't even know, even know her.
So Sarah, how would the tool of sticking to the facts help me in this situation?
All right, so what are the facts about this situation? So say to yourself, I'm having all this excitement, I'm having all this fear, both can be happening at the same time, and just say to yourself, geez, what do I seriously know as the truth so far in this situation?
That I'm going for a walk with somebody I've talked to on the phone.
Yes. The bottom line is the facts of this situation are, I don't really know this person. I've talked to her a couple times on the phone. We're going for a walk. That's it. Period at the end, I always say. Because if you can really stick with the facts, the rest of it are intense feelings, especially around dating, which is a whole other topic. We could do a whole cycle of groups about that. But intimate relationships or potential of intimate relationships usually triggers all of our codependent behaviors because they're created by those early relationships with our parents, and those get played out in our intimate relationships.
Yeah, we're not even at an intimate relationship and they're being played out in my head.
That's right. And the stories also, Finn will notice the crazy thinking. Geez, I'm going to have to do this. Should I bring her flowers? I mean, all these things that start going off in your head, really, to try to control two things. One, what someone else is going to think of me. And number two, what I'm experiencing inside.
Yeah, well, I was projecting that she was going to have fear about meeting someone she doesn't know. And that was the whole thing where I started to engage in how I'd fix that for her. But
right,
none of it's real. Going for a walk.
So good, though.
Bottom line.
Thinking about how I'm going to fix something for someone that I don't even
know if it's a problem.
We don't even know if it's a problem. So again, hopefully you guys can relate to this. Think of an event or a time that you feel anxious, maybe even in the last week. Life can get overwhelming. And then say to yourself, what are the facts, and see if it's helpful to kind of reduce your anxiety. So that's our tool of the week, sticking with the facts.
See you Wednesday.
See you guys.